Everybody in the world blind. Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Oh boy, it's good to be back doing Phillies baseball again. To be quite honest, it feels really good. Before we get into it, if you guys are new, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you ring that notification bell so you guys will not miss other upcoming content to the channel. So, I mean, like I said, it's been a hot minute, and to be quite honest, I kind of miss it. I kind of miss doing Phillies games a lot, which there's going to be a ton. Phillies games this year, including spring. That also includes some spring training as well, not just for this one. So it's gonna be interesting to see, as well. So let's just get this pulled up. So we got the lineups already ready to go and the starters. So you got Joe Ryan going for the Twins, with their lineup is consisting of Julian Walters at the 2, Miranda 3. You had Castro hitting 4th, Celestino hitting 5th. Lee hitting 6th, Sabato hitting 7th, Lamar 8th, and you got Soto 9th. And then for the Phils, I think For any Phillies fans out there, long-awaited debut of Trey Turner leading off. Schwarber hit second. Romeo to hit in third. Nick Castellanos hitting fourth. Bryson Stott fifth. Rojas sixth. Haley seventh. Machine eighth. And then De La Cruz hitting in the 9th spot. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Alrighty. Should be getting ready for first pitch in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 National League champion, Philadelphia Phillies. The voice of spring training, Chris Wheeler, introducing the defending National League champs here at Baycare Ballpark.
That sounds really good to me. Defending National League champs.
That's for sure. Phillies getting ready to take on the Twins here this afternoon. And we'll take a look at the starting lineup, which of course will include that man right there, Trey Turner, who makes his debut today for the Phillies, playing shortstop for the first time. Where the Phillies red looks pretty good in there. The starting lineup brought to you by the Xfinity 10G network. The future starts now. Minnesota Twins did not bring Carlos Correa or Ben Davis. No, they didn't.
Yeah,
Well, we'll see a few of the regulars in the
I saw that.
Jose Miranda and a young player, top of the order, Edward Julian, Minnesota, and Andrew Bellotti will be on the
So then So we got Bellotti to be on the bump for the fighting Phils.
Pitch timer across Major League Baseball. We'll get into a little bit of that, but that'll be something to watch here in his brief stint on the mound. Andrew Bellotti, generally maybe a 1+ inning guy. He'll get 1 inning here today, and he is not one of the quicker workers. No, he is not. No, he is not. But it's something obviously that he's going to have to deal with and remedy if he wants to not get called with all these ramifications. Bellotti had a breakthrough year last year. This time last year, Bellotti was hardly on the radar. He was a non-roster invitee, minor league free agent signee, and got an invite to camp.
Now we got Julian to lead it off for the Minnesota Twins. So far at Double-A last season, 300 batting average, 17 homers, 67 RBIs. A very nice warm day in Clearwater. And the first pitch is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. The Mets can't spend that money on everybody. So it'll be 1 ball, no strikes.
Players can see it easily.
Outside, 2-0.
Last year, 4-4, 3.31 ERA out of the pen. He made 59 appearances. He was very reliable, though. Huge strikeout numbers. Falls behind here early.
And that is in there at 95 for strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike from Andrew Bellotti.
Every bit of those 15 seconds, isn't it? Well, he was right at the bottom in Major League Baseball. Out of 400 qualified pitchers, I think he was in the bottom 10, 394.
And that is hit to sky to deep right, and that's going to be out of play. So that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Around Major League Baseball yesterday, we had some quick games yesterday. I guess we got to get used to that, right? That is remarkable. What a change. What a difference. Phillies had a pretty quick game here in Clearwater, 2 hours, 34 minutes. And that was only 10th fastest in spring training play yesterday. Bellotti ready with his 2-2.
And the 2-2 pitch, called strike 3. So that's 1 away here in the top of the first.
We had some interesting calls around baseball yesterday. As far as the timer goes, there you see the breaking ball from Andrew Bellotti. Just really backed up on him, but he got the call.
So now we got Tony Walters. So last season at AAA, 230 average, no homers, 29 RBIs. And that is in there for strike 1. I mean, I like it. I think he looks really looks good in Phillies red. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The high 20s in terms of time between pitches. Jose Alvarado, even Aaron Nola to an extent, are really going to have to pick up the pace this year.
That's inside. 2-1.
Back-to-back changeups. He didn't throw a whole lot of those last year. It's basically fastball slider. Take a look at those numbers. 24.6 seconds in between pitches last year. That is something else. Phillies, their game here yesterday.
And the 2-1 pitch. That's fouled back, and Walters loses his bat.
Picture the bat boy gets that honor. Walters will put a little more Manny Mota stick on there.
Mm-hmm.
Twins coming off a year last year in which they finished 3rd in the Central Division.
Yeah, just Twins were not that good last year. Just the both the AL Central and the NL Central are just the worst divisions in baseball.
Time for Baldelli and the crew to get Carlos Correa back, but they were finally able to come to an agreement. What a circus that whole thing was.
And the 2-2 pitch. That is a roller back to Bellotti. Easy dive over the first for out number 2. Yes, sir. The Rock Baldelli, 5th season manager, a 288 winning, 288 to wins to 258 losses, so over a 527 winning percentage. So now we got the number 3 here, Juan Miranda. Shout out to the 4th, though, that's coming into the chat.
I think we have 9 pitchers slated to go today for the Phillies. If everything goes according to plan.
And here comes the first pitch to Miranda. That's in there for ball 1, apparently. Didn't miss by much.
When Bellotti is on with his fastball command, really sets up that slider, right? It does. And he's got enough giddy up on that fastball to throw it by if you're looking for that slider.
And the 1-0 pitch is low, 2-0.
JT might be using a new mitt back there today. Breaking one in.
Yo, what's good, Key? What is good? He counts out 2 balls, no strikes from Andrew Bellotti. And the pitch.
Here's the pitch.
Inside, 3-0.
Leave enough time usually at the start of spring training. Yeah, no matter bullpens we catch. But yeah, I mean, it's just some guys say dunk it in a bucket of water or put it in a microwave or put it under your mattress. I always thought that was.
Let's hope so, Key. Let's hope so. And here comes the 3-0 pitch. That is fouled back. Oh, man. Miranda got the green light and just took a huge hack at it. I doubt he'll stay with the Angels. I really do.
Somewhat familiar to the Miami.
The count's out 3 balls and 1 strike. And that is low, ball 4. So Miranda draws the first walk of the game. Okay. So now here comes Willie Castro, the cleanup hitter for the Minnesota Twins.
But you would stagger it out, right? I mean, you didn't just grab one for the 1st of April.
And we get time called here before the first pitch has been thrown.
Definitely have to break them in. And we just got our first violation there. And that's on the hitter, Willie Castro.
So Willie Castro gets the first violation, apparently. My apologies. So the count's a 0-1 count.
0-1.
Here we go. And the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Addressing the pitcher yet, and so the call was made.
And the 1-1 pitch. Swings and misses for strike two. And JT with the back pick. And just barely got him. The pitch clock, yeah, we'll see how that goes for someone. Because Bellotti, I know how slow they said I know how slow he can work. Same with Nola. Oh, man. And JT almost picked off Jose Miranda at first base on that back pick. Now, the bigger bases I do not mind because and 1-2 pitch is high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So some of this rule changes, though, like I said, I will say the pitch clock, we'll see how that plays out this year because I really can't say on it for sure. But the bigger bases, though, I'm all in favor for if not get spiked because someone who does play first base, yeah, you sometimes risk on those smaller bases will do get that. Swings and misses, strike 3. And that will take us to the bottom of the first, despite that walk to Jose Miranda. Not a bad inning from Andrew Bellotti. I hate to say it, though. I think he's become very reliable. Even last year, even though, I mean, I do have, I will say, I have my mixed emotions with Andrew Bellotti, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that plays out. And, yeah, we'll see how that plays out. So now, like I said, for the Fighting Phillies, you're starting for the start 9. You got Trey Turner, Schwarber, Real Muto, Castellanos, Stott, Rojas, Haley, Machine, and De La Cruz. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to the 6 that's up in here, though. But there's like so far in terms of the spring training, who I think it could be some sleepers. Weston Wilson's one guy that I think it's a sleeper. Yo, what's good, Brandon? What is good, my dude? But I think Weston Wilson could be a guy that could be a sleeper of making the roster because I think I've seen it. I think in 3. I mean, I think he had really some good 3 seasons at Clemson in terms of the baseball program. I think Weston Wilson's could be a sleeper. De La Cruz, I don't really have seen too much of. I mean, obviously in the minors. I'm going to try to do more on him. I like what this young kid brings at 6'8". The power is ridiculous. All right. So you have Jim Haley at first. You got Machine at third. So some of the other guys are. Let's hope so, Jose. Let's hope so. And the first pitch to Trey Turner is in. Oh, that is low for ball 1. So Trey Turner last year in 160 games, 298 average, 21 homers, 100 RBIs.
Solid in every way.
And then the 1-0 pitch. That is fouled back. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Phillies weren't exactly stacked with their lineups yesterday, either of them. But a lot of regulars in the lineup today. We talked a little bit about it.
And then 1-1 pitch. That is outside. 2-1.
Schwarber bats second. JT will hit third.
And the 2-1 pitch to Turner. Swings and misses for strike 2 on that slider.
Joe Ryan, who a year ago this time was entering his second year of the Bigs, he ended up being their opening day starter, and he had a good year.
So 27 starts for Joe Ryan. And that is low. 3-2.
Joe Ryan with one of those conventional lineups. Usually guys just take that little stutter step and just lift their leg up, almost like they're in the stretch. But he goes with the old school delivery. Just don't see a whole lot of it over the head.
And the 3-2 pitch. And Turner, that's going to drop in for a base hit. And that's going to be his first spring training hit as a Fighting Philly. Shout out to the 9 that's in the chat, though. Welcome, everybody. And here comes Kyle Schwarber. For those who have not seen my short, him and Adrian Painter kind of had a little fun before spring training games got underway. And the first pitch to Schwarber is in there at 92 for strike one.
He's got a good fastball. Hasn't really produced the big strikeout numbers that he did in the minor leagues. But still, just a hair over a batter per inning.
And the 0-1 pitch. That is in there for strike two.
No time. He delivered that last pitch with 9 seconds to go on the clock. Schwarber doesn't even have to be there until 8, right? Right. Kind of Brogdon warming up.
And the 0-2 pitch. That is inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
46 homers, 94 runs batted in.
You know, like probably the most weirdest season for Schwarber.
With the Phillies.
And the 1-2 pitch. Swings and misses, strike 3. And Trey Turner takes it, actually stole second base on that strikeout. Just the Trey Turner now moves up into scoring position. You know, we got JT in the first pitch. And that is in there for strike 1.
JT, 22 homers last year, and what an Iron Man behind the plate he was.
So 276 average, 139 games, 22 homers, 84 RBIs. And the 0-1 pitch. That is fouled back. It now counts now no balls and 2 strikes.
Most I ever caught was 138. And I didn't have a postseason after that. And I was exhausted. Exhausted. Doesn't seem to affect JT.
And the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be in the hole for a base hit. Trey Turner around third, and that's going to be the first run. So I haven't got a chance to see it, though. But what's good, John Nell? Yes, sir. And Turner scores the first run for the game.
There's a reason Bryce Harper said he's my favorite player in baseball. Just past Brooks Lee, who was playing in way shaded to pull. Scores easily.
And the first pitch is not there, according to the home plate umpire. So 1 ball, no strikes to Nick Castellanos.
He's looking for a bounce back here in his second year with the Phillies.
And that is low, 2-0.
Pretty tight. That's 2 pitches. I think it was just really
So it's 263 average, 13 homers, 62 RBIs for Nick Castellanos.
batting practice today. 31-inch.
And the 2-0 pitch. That is swung on and missed for strike 1, apparently.
That one comes up empty. Kevin Long trying to sort of get back to the old Nick Castellanos. And those who have seen Nick so far this spring, and again, they all admit it's batting practice and whatnot, but those who have seen Nick so far this spring feel like he's on track to becoming the player he once was. Talking to Charlie, you and I were.
And that is outside, 3-1. So Nick Castellanos actually surprisingly ahead in the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Because remember last year, most of the time he's always usually down in the count. With JT on first with the. So the 3-1, Ryan with the 3-1 pitch. That is fouled off now. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Just didn't see the power to the opposite field for Castellanos. It seemed like he was off balance, lunging a lot. His first pitch swing percentage up over 70% for Nick last year. Found himself in not a whole lot of hitters' counts when you're swinging that often.
Now the 3-2 pitch. That's inside, ball 4. Nick Castellanos drawing his walk of the day. I mean, I know a lot of Reds fans too, but then again, you have to blame your owner, Bob Castanilli.
Slow walk to the mound by
So we're going to get a mound visit here.
catcher. Walters talking over with Joe Ryan.
Guys, try to talk it over with
Like this
Bryson Stott now coming up,
minor league pitcher slated
the number 5 hitter in this Phillies lineup.
This is a veteran going out and talking to younger kids saying, you know what, you make some good pitches early in that bat. You didn't get the calls. Don't worry about it. You're throwing the ball fine. Just stick with me, and I'll work on the umpire. The Twins did some work to try to bolster their rotation. Waiting days of the offseason. Traded the
So Stott last year to 127 games, 234 average, 10 homers.
add to that rotation.
And shout out to Tyler Roberts with the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. And the first pitch to Stott is in there on the outside corner, strike one.
Stott, of course, will move to second base with the addition of Trey Turner.
And here comes the 0-1 pitch. That is popped up into foul territory, and that's going to be, and that is out of play. And Walters actually kind of trips behind that little netting where usually most of the coaching staff sits behind during spring training games.
He would have easily had a play on this ball, but he certainly had himself around that screen.
Now look,
Good to see. Right on his tuchus.
that's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott.
Last year, of course, played a lot of second base.
Just, oof.
Shot of Walters there.
That could have been a lot worse than what the replay showed. And the 1-2 pitch. Swings and misses, strike 3. That is the second strikeout for Joe Ryan this afternoon.
Maybe find a way to lay off. Lefties love the ball down, and he chases the one up top here.
So for the probable rotation was looking like Joe Ryan, Sonny Gray, Pablo Lopez at the 3, Kenta Maeda
Some kind of injury issue.
off the 4. That is in low. 1 ball, no strikes to Miguel Rojas. Another guy that's been interesting, to say the least, in terms of the Phillies prospects.
One number you don't see there that's the most eye-popping is
And
his
the
work on the
1-0 pitch is low, 2-0.
He's able to hold up on the swing there. He stole 62 bases last season in the minors. He was caught 5 times.
And yeah, that's Miguel Rojas. 62 stolen bases, only caught 5 times. Well, yeah. We got the Texas Rangers, unfortunately, and that's fouled back. 2 balls, 1 strike. We open up on the road against Texas. We don't have our home opener till April. Yeah, so that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy in its own right.
Would like him to kind of smooth it out, keep that bat flatter through the zone.
And the 2-1 pitch. That, ooh, wow, he got locked up on that cutter
It's even out 2-2.
at 81 to even account 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Rojas, one of a couple of players in this Phillies lineup today that performed pretty well in the Arizona.
And the 2-2 pitch. And that's it to straightaway center field.
Celestino.
So Celestino will make the catch, and that'll be end of the top of the first, or bottom first, I should say. However, we're going to the top of the second with the Phillies up 1-0 over the Minnesota Twins. We just boom, boom, boom. So it looks like we're might be getting a pitching change soon. Yeah, I think I saw that on our schedule too. Yeah, April 6th.
Top of the first inning, Velati.
All righty. No, so
Talk a little bit about what that's like for for you first outing out? Is there a certain key in your mind, maybe for you?
Well, it looks like we're only getting Bragg.
I don't know. What is That's in everybody's mind. But no, just trying to throw strikes, fill the zone, and then have the pitch clock in the back of your head for sure. You kind of winded down a couple of those pitches you threw just with 2 or 1 seconds left on the clock. Is that something you just figured you pretty much got to 15 or 20 seconds?
Alrighty.
Use it all? Yeah, I mean, I saw that I had a little time to play with. So it's like a game within a game.
So now we got.
Within a game kind of thing.
Shout out to the 11 that's in here, though. Appreciate everyone coming in.
Have you taken some time to reflect on that? I mean, what your life has been like to earn the job last spring when there was a lot of unknowns, a lot of uncertainty about whether you'd make the club, and here you are, kind of a mainstay in that bullpen. Yeah, I mean, all of us want to be a mainstay, our position. But a year ago, I was out here working, and now I'm working. I think that just.
So now I got Celestino, Lee, and Sabato, the next scheduled hitters for the Minnesota Twins.
We look at you coming out of the bullpen, predominantly fastball slider, but mix in a couple more changeups today, huh? Yeah, I need to. That's only another weapon if I can master that. So that bullpen looks like it's improved. It was pretty good at the end of last season.
I mean, think about it, like the last couple of years. I mean, the bullpen was absolutely atrocious.
But what we replaced it with,
And it took time to retool it. And, let's just see how that really works out. Because I think we could definitely have a top, if everything goes well, I think we could have a definitely top 5 bullpen in Major League Baseball. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
obviously playing in that World Series kind of shortened up your
So now we got Connor Brogdon. So coming in. Last season, appeared in 47 games, 2-2 record, a 3.27 ERA, 50 strikeouts to 11 walks. So even though he had his moments where he just didn't look good, definitely, like I said, depends on how my work schedule's looking like. And the first pitch that is popped up, and that is out of play. No balls, 1 strike.
Such great memories, and I look forward to making some really.
So Brogdon coming out firing strong.
Andrew Bellotti, and he gives way to Connor Brogdon, who's on the mound here for inning number 2.
And the 0-1 pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. But yeah, I'm going to be also be alive for a lot more for Philly spring training games as well. And the 1-1 pitch that is shot foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That Yurts's entire team just stinks. And I really hate to say it. And I haven't heard anything about it. Heard any updates about it, so I'm not entirely too sure. And the 1-2 pitch. That is swing and a miss, strike 3. So Brogdon gets him swinging on that changeup, which is pretty much the bread and butter pitch for Connor Brogdon.
Face the alternate side. Yep, there is that good changeup I was just talking about. 83 miles
So now we got Brooks Lee, and the first pitch that is at the knees for strike 1 at 94.
He was their first-round pick last year, 8th overall selection for number 1 prospect.
That is popped up
He hits this one in the air to
to the left. Taylor Cruz will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Brogdon. Looks pretty good so far. Larry, love to see it.
A guy who was a first-round pick, former first-rounder a couple of years ago out of UNC. 27th overall, signed for $2.75 million.
But now here comes Sabato. And swings at the first pitch and fouls it up with no balls, 1 strike.
Young player, you're the number 1 prospect, but your position right now is manned by Carlos Correa at the big league level.
Aaron Sabato, right now, the shortstop prospect.
Correa ends up sliding over to third eventually. Because
Well, we'll see.
Young prospects
We'll see.
they like in the middle infield.
I'm doing great. And that is low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
starting to really go after those players.
I mean, yeah, that is true, Brandon. But man, Castellini's got to sell that damn team. I'm sorry, but that Reds fans got to need to deserve a lot better than what Bob Castellini. Then again, same thing could be said for the Pittsburgh Pirates and Bob Nutting at the same time. Okay. High to right. Giannis to the wall. It makes the catch for out number 2, or actually out number 3. And the top of the second comes to a close very quickly. Some good work by Connor Brogdon out of the bullpen for the Fighting Phils. So no runs, no hits, no errors for the Twins so far that inning. Now let's see what the Phils can do to attack on more. So now we got 7, 8, and 9 in our lineup. That's Haley, Machine, and De La Cruz. Now, De La Cruz is an interesting prospect that, even though it's been like a very, very short sample size that I've seen out of him. Dude is tall. And you thought, pitchers are tall, like standing at 6'7". Think of a 6'8" first baseman / who could also play Pro Bowl out in the outfield. That is unreal. Like, some guys are just built differently. But so far, but shout out to everybody though, man. Alrighty. There we go. Shout out to the 8th though. Like I said, early 1-0 lead for the Fighting Phils off the RBI single, and this all stemmed, Turner taking second base, leading off with a walk. I'm sorry with the leadoff single, steals second base and comes around a score off the RBI single by JT Realmuto. So good start so far.
We honor and celebrate the 22 National League champion Phillies with a special pregame ring ceremony.
So we get the ring ceremony Sunday, April 9th against the Reds. I might try to go to some games this year. And Ryan winds up, kicks and deals the first pitch. That is in there for strike 1 of the outside corner to Jim Haley. So far, it's that is low, 1-1.
First base today for Phillies against Ryan.
Now the 1-1 pitch, and that hits him on the backdoor cutter. So that gets the Phillies their first base runner here to start at the bottom of the second against Joe Ryan. And now we got the male Machine. And the first pitch, as in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike.
Machine with 220 last year for the A's.
And the 0-1 pitch, that's at the knees, strike 2.
BP today, sure did. Loop shots. Flags blowing out towards right again, as we had yesterday. We saw on the last hitter in the top of the second. And we might carry a few that direction today.
And the 0-2 pitch is way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
This is badly with the off-speed pitch. Windy, not complaining. No, fans will take it because they're out there in the sun and feeling it.
And here comes the 1-2 pitch. That is in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Look how far in front of home plate that little mark is. My goodness, that was a short one. Watch where this ball lands.
He's just going to block behind the plate by Tony Walter. And Tony Walter's defensively isn't that terrible. He's always been known as a good defensive catcher. Offensively, the dude is just completely ass with the bat. So now it counts out even 2 balls, 2 strikes on the machine. And the pitch. That is fouled off. Fouls it off the hands, actually. It's still staying 2 balls, 2 strikes on Vinyl Machine. And you got De La Cruz, he's 6'8". Yeah, that's true. And the 2-2 pitch. That is fouled off again. Still keeping a 2-2 count.
Machine did yesterday, fouled off a lot of pitches. They would get a hit as one at bat and work a walk in the next.
And the 2-2 pitch, and that's fouled off again. So that's put up a battle right now for Ghost Vinyl Machine.
Virginia Commonwealth. In 2020 during the COVID season with the A's. All of his big league time has come as a member of the A's.
And the 2-2 pitch again, outside, 3-2.
Runs it full.
So good at bat by Machine to run it full.
Chase. It's just not competitive. It's a ball right out of his hand.
And here comes the 3-2 pitch from Joe. And they go, actually a quick throw over.
It wasn't all that long ago. It feels like guys would come out first outing of the spring. Just pound them the
And they
strikes.
kind of just keep Haley close at first, but
Everything in his arsenal.
like I said, I don't really know much on Haley, so I don't know if he's a bit of a threat to steal bases. Now count's still full.
That's
3 balls, 2 strikes.
very rare for the first start of the season. Spring training.
And the pitch. And that is popped up right behind, next to the third base bag. And that'll be out number 1. Now, now they're showing his home run from yesterday. Went 433 to right center field against the Yankees. And now we got another mound meeting with Rocco Baldelli, and looks like we're getting a pitching change.
40 pitches today in his spring debut, certainly going to the limit. And that will be it for him. So the Twins make a pitching change. Phillies on top 1-0. Back to Clearwater in just a moment.
So we are going to cut the commercial break. And we got a pitching change for the Minnesota Twins. All right. Damn. Let's take a look. Shout out to everybody that's been kind of coming in, though. Shout out to my boy Brandon, What's Good Steelers for Life. Shout out to Jose that's been in the chat. Shout out to Tyler Roberts with the $2 super chat. Absolutely, go Phils. Man, it's been kind of fun so far through an inning in the third so far up to this point. Alrighty. And of course, we get thing for power play for the hockey. Yeah, not a huge hockey fan. And if I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. Because all I know is that my Flyers did not make the postseason. So that makes me, it's good enough for me. But then again, I don't care about the Flyers. All right, we are back.
The latest on Bryce Harper's rehab and sits down for a one-on-one with new reliever Craig Kimbrell. That and more on the latest Phillies Talk podcast. Subscribe and listen all season long. No split squad today, so seats are at a premium there in the Phillies dugout. It is crowded.
All right. So we got Michael Boyle coming in for
Michael Boyle, the new pitcher for the Twins.
and the first pitch,
Carlos De La Cruz.
and that is in there for strike one.
To go his home run from yesterday. De La Cruz has got big time power and a big frame. 6'8".
Like I said, I don't really watch hockey as I used to be. That is in there, strike two.
Talked to Charlie Manuel about some of the challenges, and even Kevin Long talked to him about some of the challenges for a guy his size.
Well, I know this too, Brandon. At least my team did miss out on the postseason, so that makes me don't care as much. The 0-2 pitch, that is chopped on the ground. Oh, off the glove, and that's going to be over the head of the first baseman, and that's going to give him a hail it to the third. Man, talk about a scorcher. And Soto just should have put it in his back pocket. So, but now we get to the top of the order with Trey Turner coming up with runners on first and third.
Makes an errant throw across the diamond.
With only one out here in the bottom of the second.
Trey Turner for his first RBI opportunity. Singled and scored a run his first time up.
So already 1 for 1, single in the first, with already have a run scored and a stolen base to go along with it in his Phillies debut. And the first pitch, that is popped up. Walters shields his eyes, and that's going to be out of play.
This time, it's well out of play. Take a look at our
So hits leaders since 2000. Turner pretty much leads in that category with 467. Then Freddie Freeman at 452. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at 421. Bo Bichette at 417. And Paul Goldschmidt at 413. Yo, what's good, Jerry? And the 0-1 pitch. That is high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Trey Turner.
These first and third situations, a lot of people talking about the step-off rules. What teams might try to learn to employ in terms of sending runners, forcing disengagements, or trying to get an extra base. The Cruz with a huge lead at first.
That is fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
What you do is turn around and fall down. I mean, you're 6'8", and then when you're with your arms, you're just going to get right back to the bag anyway.
Wait, what you wanted?
I mean, he is towering.
Hang on. I got you on that.
Salvador.
Like, you want to go to my channel? Like, there's like little 3 dots. When you hit share, just copy the link. And that is going to fall down for a base hit. That's going to be another run scored. And that's going to be Trey Turner's first RBI as a Philly in spring training. So 2-0.
I've ever seen it happen, Scott. Ever in the game of baseball. A balk is called, the guy swings at the pitch, gets a knock, and then holds up as a hit. It's the first time I've ever seen it. I've always thought about it.
It's a good piece of hitting by Turner.
But Trey Turner takes a swing, and he gets to go with it. Have you ever seen it? Locked in. I don't know that I have. I've never seen it.
So that's 4 hits for the Phils with 2 runs.
Because usually, honestly, like I just said, you hear the ball call. Usually the hitter just takes the pitch because he heard ball.
Now we got Kyle Schwarber at the first pitch. Swings and misses for strike 1.
Some oohs and ahs from the crowd watching. He was trying to put that on 19 out there. Hitters take 19. Which coming in today, I think, is
So the 0-1 pitch.
given the
High, 1 ball, 1 strike.
right hitter, Kyle Schwarber being one of those guys. It might be possible. almost any conditions with Kyle. It's possible. Agreed. On any given day. The ball in San Diego last year. Goodness.
And the 1-1 pitch. Swings and misses for strike 2.
And you see 19. Cars zooming back and forth. Be interesting to draw a point on the map over there what 480 is. In relation to the homer he hit. Mm-hmm.
And the 1-2 pitch has high 2-2.
That would be cool to see. Two to Schwarber. Here gets Michael Boyle of the Twins.
And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swings and misses, strike 3.
Goes down on strikes for the second time. Rarely see that. 3 fastballs right past Kyle Schwarber.
Good point, too. But now we got JT. Him and Turner, the only ones to have accounted for the 2 runs for the Fighting Phils so far late this afternoon.
Michael Boyle's been at this for a while. His first year as a pro was back in 2015.
In the first pitch to JT, that is fouled off the mask of Walters, man. It took a shot to the mask.
Takes the foul right back at him there.
And just bonk. Oh, right dead square in the face mask.
I mean, Scott, I don't miss that.
This is why, from personal experience, I am not. Thank God I'm doing it. I feel bad for guys who actually come up as a catcher. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And that is fouled off, way out of play. Now it counts now no balls, 2 strikes on JT.
Is that the worst one? Right, straight back at the forehead, basically? Yeah, at the forehead. No, I didn't like the ones that went off your jaw. Like they would hit lower on the face mask. Then your jaw gets all jacked up.
That is low 1 and 2.
Another balk.
Oh, wow. Another balk has been called.
The other one that went down as a hit. And they said they were going to call it. There's not a distinctive stop. They said they have to make some.
Okay.
Yeah, he did not stop. That's a good call. See pitchers like Gonsolin. Yeah, Dawson.
Yeah, that's like another rule.
Have to make sure that they come to a definitive stop.
And the 0-2 pitch swings and misses, strike 3. And that is end of the bottom of the second. However, Phillies do tack on one more through the RBI single of Trey Turner. To the top of the third we go. There we go. But shout out to the 10 people that's in here, though. Joining some Baseball Sunday, and also, if you're a basketball fan, got a couple more streams later on tonight as well for NBA basketball. That is not Sixers related. So, Shout out to the 12, though. Appreciate everyone coming through. It feels so good to have Phillies baseball back on the channel again. Because let's be real, it's been kind of I did really miss it a lot for most of the year. But it's good to get back and doing it. Kick off some spring training, and also as well, and get some a lot of good chunk of regular season games in, and definitely try to go to some this year. Hopefully, nope. And to be honest, no, I did not watch it. No, I did not, unfortunately. But thank God I don't. Thank God I don't watch the Sixers as much as I used to. I guess for me, I could care less. That's all I'm saying. Alrighty. All right. All right, we are back from commercial break for the top of the third. Well, the Phillies leading 2-0 going right now into the top of the third.
Pitcher for the Phillies as we go to the third. Andrew Vasquez. Trey Turner off to a good start, I'd say. 2 for 2, stole the base, run scored, run batted in.
So we get our next guy in.
Ryan Lamar will lead off for the Twins against Vasquez.
Andrew Vasquez, so far last season in the minors, 29 games, a 7-0 record, a 2.51 ERA. What guy I could potentially see up in the big leagues. Takes that's the first pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Still at it.
What's good, Earl?
Ryan Lamar, 34 years of age.
And the 0-1 pitch is in there for strike 1. On a curveball at 79. To even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
6 years in the majors.
And the 0-1 pitch just low, 2-1.
Originally signed at the University of Michigan in the second round by the Reds. Reds were the first stop, but nowhere near the last. No.
And the 2-1 pitch is in there. It evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Evens the count for Vasquez against Ryan Lamar. He's been with 8 different organizations.
And the 2-2 pitch is low, 3-2.
Actually, the third go-round for the Twins organization. Spent a lot of time at Fort Myers, that's for sure.
And here comes the 3-2 pitch from Vasquez. That is shot foul.
Breaking ball there for Vasquez. 29-year-old. Spent time with both the Jays and the Giants last year.
And the 3-2 pitch again. That is in a call. Strike 3.
On the 3-2 breaking ball, Lamar down on strikes. There's a bevy of breaking balls.
That's just a good break. That's just a good curveball just to lock you up.
JT gets up underneath that pitch better than anyone in baseball.
That's in there for strike 1
Soto, the batter.
to Soto. And then we're getting ready to get to the lineup over to the top of the order for the Minnesota Twins. And the 1-0-1 pitch that is in there, strike 2.
Yes.
So Elliott Soto last season at St. Paul, which was a AAA, 223 average, 4 homers, 32 RBIs. And the 0-2 pitch that is outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Vasquez, no worries about the pitch clock. No. For a lot of these guys that have significant minor league time for the last few years, they've gotten very used to it.
And then 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2.
I saw the way that Atlanta-Boston thing ended yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. The clock off? The clock off.
And that is chopped foul.
It was a tie, but like, what do you do? Like, you congratulate the guy? What do you? I mean, so in case you didn't see it, Atlanta and Boston tie game, 9th inning.
Oh, yeah, that entire debacle between the Braves and the Red Sox. Holy crap. That is fouled off again. State count still staying at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Right. To end the game, they didn't play extras. That was it. Say, like, do you congratulate the pitcher? What do you do? Hey, way to get out of it.
That is chopped on the ground, foul.
For folks who like to come to the game and score the game, get your scorecard out, right? You've got the front words K, the regular K. You've got a backwards K. This is like a strikeout not looking. Right? Upside down? You do it upside down K? Why not?
That's just misses 3-2.
I think what they do is write it down as they just call it auto strike. Auto strike?
And to left, Taylor Cruz has room and will make the catch for out number 2.
Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your Phillies at MLBshop.com. Top of the order, Edward Julian. Played for the Twins.
And that's in there for strike 1 at the knees. To Edward Julian, who struck out his first time up back in the first. And that's a bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Still ended up signing for $493,500.
And the 1-1 pitch. That is inside 2-1.
Struggled his sophomore year at Auburn. Expect to go a little higher than that. It's quite the change of scenery, huh? From Quebec to Auburn.
And that is in there, strike 2.
We played at Double-A last year, and that had a spectacular showing in the Arizona Fall League.
The count's even 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch in there, called strike 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins, and the Phillies pitching shuts them out. Again, now to the bottom of the 3rd we go for the Fighting Phils. There we go. So we got Castellanos, Stott, and Miguel Rojas, these next schedule hitters for the Fighting Phils, going into the bottom of the 3rd. We just gotta love to see it so far, how the Phillies been playing so far. All right. Oh boy. All right. But so far, though, hasn't really been too shabby, I would say. Only it nice to put more runs on the board would be nice. But we'll see. But so far, to the bottom of the 3rd we go with.
Yes, he does. Give him a name, Ben. This dermatologist loves him. Keeps him in business.
Yeah, it's kind of been a bit of a busy day at Big Care Ballpark down in Clearwater, Florida.
Phillies with a 2-0 lead. Brent Hedrick is the pitcher for the Twins, left-hander.
We got Brent Hedrick.
And Castellanos will lead things off for the Phillies. For Hedrick in the minors last year.
The first pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
4 on that fastball. Castellanos walked his first time.
And the 0-1 pitch, that is fouled back. Even the count. 1-1 to Nick Castellanos.
Big kid. Is Hedrick.
And the 1-1 pitch. That is fouled back. 1-2.
Listed at 6'6", 235. Under 5 years of age.
And the 1-2 pitch. That is fouled back. Still holding 1-2.
Castellanos really working on trying to regain the form as we talked about before, but being able to drive the ball to right center field, that was his bread and butter before.
So 1-2 to Nick Castellanos. And the 1-2 pitch. That is inside, 2-2. And then we got Bryson Stott waiting on deck. And the 2-2 pitch. Swings and misses, strike 3.
Breaking ball, and Castellanos down on strikes. That'll bring up Bryson Stott. Stott, of course, sliding over to second, but it's been almost, I don't want to say inseparable, but he and Turner are spending a lot of time together.
And the 0-1 first pitch to Stott is in there for strike 1 on the changeup. First pitch changeup.
A ton of ground balls. Back and forth, back and forth.
And the 0-1 pitch. Stott to deep right, and that's going to be fly out to the edge of the warning track for out number 2.
Ground balls. There was also a lot of conditioning that they were going through out there. They got done. They were both winded, rightfully so. You know how hard Bobby works these guys, but you're right. Turner and Stott out here today, running together before the game, playing catch together before the game.
And the first pitch. That is high for ball 1 to Miguel Rojas.
Last year, of course, kind of bounced around a little bit in the infield. Played with third.
And Rojas last time up, or his first time, I should say, flew out back in the first. Then the pitch. And that is popped up to shallow left. And that'll be 1, 2, 3. Go the Phils. To the bottom 4 we go. Or top 4, I should say. Boom. And top 4 we go. Oh, damn. Oh, boy. All right. All right.
Phillies family has a season
On
ticket
top of the four we go, man. It's been kind of been going quick.
$62 per seat with as little as 13 games and include the following benefits. You get postseason ticket access, price savings over single game tickets, flexible season ticket exchange and donation program, and you get the same seat location for every game. Visit
So
Phillies.com.
2 runs, 4 hits for the Phils, no runs, no hits, and 1 error for the Twins, and get a new arm on the mound.
Interesting young pitcher.
And that's McKinley Moore.
Out at Double-A Reading last year.
And the first pitch is fouled off. No balls, 1 strike.
Phillies acquired McKinley Moore from the White Sox. The Adam Hazley trade.
And that is in there for strike 2. On a cutter.
6'6" right-hander at the University of Arkansas.
And the 0-2 pitch, that is low to 1-2.
The 2 days that we've seen games here, yesterday and today, a lot of small dudes running to the mound. And it is just remarkable to me. I mean, I'm a big guy. I just watch these guys come in a ball game and just walk around the complex. We went over to see Andrew Painter pitch yesterday. These guys are enormous. They're enormous. Walter's using his timeout.
And the 1-2 pitch. That is a bit high at 97, 1-2-2.
A lot of players talking about what their strategy might be for using that one timeout that you get in an at-bat.
And the 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2.
A lot of them said they'll most likely use it with 2 strikes. Try to hold on to it if you can. If you put yourself in their shoes, would that be when you would try to hold on to it? I mean, would that be the time you would do the most thinking, so to speak? Yeah.
That is popped up, and that's going to be...
Not to think that much up there.
And that will be caught for out number 1 by Machine. So that'll be 1 away here in the top of the 4th for the Minnesota Twins.
I didn't waste a whole lot of time anyway. I was telling Tom yesterday, like I didn't wear batting gloves, so I didn't have to worry about adjusting those, or I never really stepped out of the box. So I figured I just wanted to make that out as soon as possible.
So now we got Jose Miranda, and the first pitch swings and misses strike 1 on an 87-mile-an-hour cutter. We're way out in front. And the 0-1 pitch. Ooh, just inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 strike. Apparently a cousin of Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'm sure you know who that is.
And the 1-1 pitch.
Sure.
And Miranda to deep left. That's going to be off the wall. That's going to be extra bases. He's going to come pulling.
From under the padding.
And that's going to be an easy a 1-out double for Jose Miranda. So that's the first hit for the Minnesota Twins so far in this early portion of this ball game.
Not a whole lot of hard contact out of the Twins today, but this ball smoked to left center. 106 off the bat.
106.5 was the exit velocity.
15 homers, pardon me. The Twins. So he's in scoring position. Willie
Now the
Castro, the batter.
first pitch to Castro's outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
As a free agent in the offseason.
Wasn't really that great. I think during his time with Detroit.
Castro spent 4 years in the big leagues with the Tigers. Utility man.
And the 1-0 pitch is outside. 2-0.
Twins made quite a few changes in the offseason. They thought for a time they were losing Correa, as we
Yeah, and that entire Correa debacle. And the 2-0 pitch swings and misses at 97 for strike one. Oh, yeah, I know. So players added for 2023 for the Twins: Kyle Farmer, Joey Gallo, Michael A. Taylor, Pablo Lopez in that trade. And swings and misses strike two. And Jose Salas was another guy that came over for the Pablo Lopez trade, which was very surprised. That really caught me off guard. But I mean, if it's gonna really bite, if Miami's gonna bite the bullet of letting Pablo go, then we're gonna wait and see. Swings and misses strike three. First strikeout for McKinley Moore. And that is out number two. So now we got Celestino, the number 5 hitter, now coming up. Just missed on a cutter, a backdoor cutter. And the first pitch to Celestino, that is high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Missing high with that one. Double-A Reading last year. A lot of strikeouts. Walks came down last year, too, and I think that was encouraging for the organization.
And here's the 1-0 pitch. That is low. Did he go? No, he didn't. And
So much time talking about
it counts down 2-0.
the top of the prospect list, whether that's Painter or Abel or McGarry. But as an organization, the Phillies feel like they have a lot of arms.
And the 2-0 pitch is outside 3-0.
If they can harness really good strikeout stuff, really good velocity.
Something that the Phillies have drastically turned around is their minor league system and their production that they're getting out of these guys and how they're drafting guys. It's just something that has not been.
And the 3-0 pitch, that's in there at 97 or 95 actually to get back in the count. 3 balls and a strike.
But now they're seemingly able to do this and produce a lot better talent. Minor league systems come a long way.
And the 3-1 pitch swings and misses strike 2. Counts now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Celestino.
Rob Thompson, he loves that fact about this organization that they've come so far, and he considers himself, as he calls it, a development guy at heart.
And the 3-2 pitch that is chopped on the ground to short. Turner has it,
With his first defensive chance.
and that'd be easy. 6-3 on the putout. 1. So top of the 4th count comes to a close after a 1-out double by Jose Miranda. That's going to be all she wrote for the top of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th we go. Phillies still lead 2-0 going into the bottom of the 4th over the Minnesota Twins. All righty. So both, this is going to be interesting. And, you know, shout out to the 8 that's in the chat, though. Appreciate everyone coming in for some. One second, guys. All right. A shout out to everybody that's been in the chat, though. Appreciate everyone stopping by. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Twins, 2 runs, 4 hits for the Phils. And the first pitch is low, apparently, according to the home plate umpire. 1 ball, no strikes to Jim Healy in his first plate appearance was hit by a pitch. And the 1-0 pitch, that is outside, 2-0. But also, as part of that second run scored via Trey Turner. And the 2-0 pitch, swings and misses for strike 1. And the 2-1 pitch, swings and misses, strike 2. So now it counts even 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jim Healy, who is playing first base this afternoon. And the 2-2 pitch. Outside, called strike 3 at 95. That's just total paint. What's good, Butterfly? Yeah, we're already underway in terms of spring training. Yes. Spring training's been kind of starting for a while, especially for my fighting Phils anyways. Because right now, but now we got Machine, and he's over one with a pop-out back in the second. That's fouled off. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch, that is in there for strike 2. Yeah, we're still in spring training because March opening day is not till March 30th. So we still got a long way to go before opening day. And the 0-2 pitch, that is chopped on the ground. A second. Oh, nice. That'll be out number 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. But now here comes Carlos De La Cruz. So Brian Marconi now warming up in the pen for the fighting Phils. And the first pitch to De La Cruz is in there for strike 1. And De La Cruz is already 1 for 1, single back in the second. And that counts down. No balls, 2 strikes to Carlos De La Cruz. And the 0-2 pitch. That is a bit outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes at 95 miles an hour from Hedrick.
It's kind of like he's playing up there at 6'5". Get down into your legs. Shrink the zone a little bit. And as you said, have to leverage.
And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that skips in the dirt. Ball 2.
That time the pitch clock got to 1, and you wonder if he just rushed it. You know, we're talking about the sort of the default. What do you throw when? I don't think that's the default pitch. No. When the clock is winding down.
And the 2-2 pitch. That is fouled off. Still holding 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-0-2 swings and misses, strike 3. So 1, 2, 3 go the Phils. Top of the 5th we go. And it looks like Marconi will be the next guy to come in for the fighting Phils to start the top of the 5th. Alrighty. There we go. Shout out to the 8 total people that's here in the chat, though. Welcome, everybody. It's been kind of fun. It's been kind of fun, to say the least. But yeah, we're also coming to you live from, not just from my channel, from the Philly Sports Podcast. You know, we're also coming to you live from the Hardcore Sports and Let's Talk Sports as well. Yo, what's good? I appreciate that. I mean, look, we're just continuing to where we picked up from left off last year, and just that made some more additions. Now, granted, yes, we had to do it by subtractions, sure, but I think that's going to really work well for us, and I think our minor league season is getting back to really where it needs to be. And I mean, quite frankly, though, it's been a good off season for my team. It really is one of those things. But yeah, I mean, it's been kind of fun. Been kind of fun so far up to this point. Shout out to the 9 though. It's been fun, I would say. But yeah, it's been kind of fun. So we're now going to the top of the 5th. We're pretty much we're right now at the halfway point of this ball game. Still, Philly's still holding strong with a 2-0 lead. So 2 runs, 4 hits for the Phils. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Minnesota Twins.
Out here having a great time on this Sunday afternoon. 4 innings today, Phillies with a 2-0 lead.
So now we got Brian Marconi now on to pitch for the Phils.
Brian Marconi, the local product, he's on the hill.
And that's in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Brooks Lee.
Now, there are a few things, at least in our business, in this, better than the first.
And the 0-1 pitch, that is on the ground to third, and that's a foul ball. That too, yeah. But knowing that the fact, Segura's not going to last much longer because, I mean, the dude's already up to getting up there in age. To be quite honest, though, I didn't really mind him moving on from him.
Yeah, from the end of the Eagles to quick turnovers and catches.
So 0 for 1 goes Brooks Lee. And the 0-2 pitch. And Brooks Lee, that's going to dump into the left for a base hit. That was going to be extra bases going to the wall. And that's going to be the second hit for the Minnesota Twins.
Everything just speeds up.
Hmm.
You get through January, all of a sudden February comes, and we gotta go to camp. That's been kind
But now here comes Aaron Sabato, the first baseman, and he's 0 for 1 with a flyout back in the second.
that was the winner. I'll say winner. Yeah, but I'll take it. Yeah, absolutely. Sabato.
In the 0-1 pitch. Or the first and that is high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Marconi was born in Philly, went to George Mason, now 25 years of age.
And the 0-1 pitch, that is in there for strike 1 to keep counts not even 1 ball. All right. Counts even 1 ball, 1 strike. Marconi kicks and deals. That's outside, 2-1.
I wonder if we'll get to the point where we sort of sense that pitch timer.
Counts now even 2 balls and a strike.
Every time I think a pitcher is holding for a while,
And the 2-1 pitch,
I get the clock.
that is in there for ball 3, according to the home plate umpire.
Yeah, I just look at it like, wow, these guys are working fast. And again, mixed reviews from folks that I've talked to.
And the 3-1 pitch, that is low, ball 4. That's gonna put runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 5th.
Based on the numbers they get in the first couple of days,
But now we got Ryan Lamar, who's over 1 with the strikeout back in the third.
And that went down rather quickly.
And the 0-1 pitch, and that is outside. 1 ball, no strikes, apparently.
I think it is with those fans that don't
Mm.
particularly care for it right now. The more they become more accustomed to it, the more comfortable they'll be with it.
So now we got the 1-0, and here comes the 1-0 pitch. That is inside, 2-0.
Now JT's going to go out and talk to the youngster.
So now we're going to get a mail meeting between with JT, kind of try to calm Marconi down.
It's the only game without a clock.
Not anymore.
Now we have a timer.
Distinct difference, right?
Distinct difference.
Well, they did get a little bit, they got a little more, they added the clocks a few years ago because of the breaks and the mid-inning and the pitching change. You got to get in from the bullpen in a certain amount of time. And they're just taking it to the next level.
And here comes the 2-0 pitch. That is in there for strike 1.
Strike 2 on the count.
Counts down 2 balls and a strike.
The old 2-0 breaking ball on February the 26th.
You like that?
Love it.
And the 2-1 pitch. That is in the dirt. Gets by JT,
I got away,
but no advance by the runners. Counts down 3-1.
well, if you're going to throw the 2-0 breaking ball on February the 26th, that must indicate you have some confidence.
Apparently. JT finally got a new face mask from last year. The one he kept using last year was so dented.
And the 3-1 pitch. That is high, ball 4. And that's going to be bases loaded.
Load up the bases.
Hmm.
Said he couldn't stop using that. I said, no, your face mask is bent. He said, oh, I know. But that one, it's like all the bars are straight on it.
Why was it so hard to get a new one?
Because the straps on the back, usually he likes to throw his mask on with one hand. And the straps he got, I guess, expanded enough where he didn't have to put it on with 2 hands. So it was just easier for him to do it that way.
And the first pitch, that is in there for ball 1. Jeez, this strike zone's getting a little bit tight.
Catcher's got to break everything. In the mid, you got to break in the straps on your mask.
All goes into it.
And here comes the 1-0 pitch. That is high, 2-0.
Now, did you ask him how soon he got started on the new straps? You have to break.
Maybe just took the straps off his mask from last year, put it on a new cage. Right. Could have done that as well.
And the 2-0 pitch from Marconi kicks and deals it. And that's the deep left, and that is out of here. So grand slam.
And just like that, the Twins
Mm-mm-mm.
this one, it's 4-2.
Yeah, Marconi's got to be done after this game, after this inning.
Soto, not the biggest guy, but he gets a pitch to his liking.
And that was Soto with a grand salami.
Well, it's Soto who got to play in 3 games with the Angels during the 2020 season. That is the subtotal of his major league career to this point. He's now 33. Here's Edward Julian.
And Aaron Julian takes the first pitch strike.
Yeah, very loud. I knew they were in trouble.
And the 0-1 pitch. That is fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes.
Marconi ahead of the hitter this time. No balls, 2 strikes.
It's called getting a lot of production out of the 9-hole hitter.
And that's swinging a bit, strike 3.
Hung on to by Real Muto. Down on strikes.
I do not remember that one.
Julian, left-handed batter, didn't seem to like the last lefty Vasquez that he faced. I'm sure he was picking up Marconi all that well.
And it's the hat trick for Edward Julian.
And that's the first out of the inning. It's Tony Walters.
And the first pitch to Walters is high. 1 ball, 1 and no strikes.
Terry got it. That foul tip straight back on his side. There's Delco being represented. Pal,
That's right.
neighbor of yours.
We're all neighbors, Scott.
That is low 2-0.
Is that an official county slogan? No.
Inside 3-0. Inside, and that is ball 4.
Shoot here for
Damn. What's good, Mike? What's good, Mike?
JT going out to talk to Marconi and now Caleb Cotham
You gotta at least get somebody else up at this point.
gets up out of his seat. He's going to head out signal for the bullpen. So rough go for Brian Marconi here this afternoon. Gives up the grand slam. Trouble locating, so Caleb Cotham will take the baseball and handle the pitching change. Phillies down now 4-2. We're back to Clearwater. Animal.
So we got a pitching change coming up, and I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's just kind of unfortunate. Alrighty. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Had to take a quick bathroom break, so let me see. Let me see if Brian. All right.
Friends, family, and coworkers that join us at Citizens Bank Park for a Phillies game. Tickets are on sale now for groups of 25.
So we are back from commercial break.
Games and locations and see your group name in lights. Visit phillies.com/group tickets for more information.
The fact that he's even at the AAA level is surprising.
Surf like that? Get out there?
I do. I like to body surf. Yeah, I do.
All right. So we are. Let's see who do we get on the hill for the fight. Phil's now playing from behind, and the pitch
Kilgore is the new pitcher for the Phillies.
is low 2-0.
And one on. Miranda takes low the DH for the Twins. We also have a
So we got Jose Miranda now up. He's already doubled and walked so far this afternoon.
for Walters.
And the pitch. Inside.
Kilgore, at least early on, suffering the same trouble that Brian Marconi was having. Throwing strikes.
There's no shortage of left-handed pitchers out in that Phillies bullpen, is there?
And that's inside, ball 4.
No, I mean, there's plenty of guys who are willing to get out there, that's for sure. Again, they added a ton of minor league additions to the roster from today.
So that looked like that might be. So that looks like be done for Jose Miranda for the rest of the game.
It's the fourth walk of the inning.
And that's in there for strike 1.
Castro takes a strike. First one. Kilgore. Marconi 3 walks. Double and a homer.
And that is low.
Goes all the way.
He gets back behind JT, and both runners will move up.
Obviously, JT
Man, this is why sometimes I just can.
catcher, but there's some challenge to this, right? For a catcher back there, and all these guys he's probably never ever seen before throwing to him.
Yeah, probably one he could have handled. He just thought that ball was going to end up bouncing while staying in the air a little bit longer. But you're right. If you don't see these guys, the different arm slots, where they're coming out of, it can be tough. Very challenging.
The count's out 1 ball, 1 strike to Castro.
Will they stay back on the infield?
And that is high, 2-1.
Kilgore missing high. It's 2 balls and a strike. Keelan Kilgore pitched last year for 3 different clubs, but only got into 10 games.
And that is shot foul.
He's a shocker.
Wichita State.
Back even in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Willie Castro.
And the 2-2 pitch is high, 3-2.
He runs it full. Kilgore ready with a 3-2.
And that is popped up.
Pop up this time. Shallow right side.
Stott gets called off, and that'll be 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
Castellanos making the play.
And that was Castellanos making the catcher out number 2.
See his way out of this one.
Ninth batter of the inning hit here. Top of the 5th.
Innings like this test the new speed up.
Yes.
All those short game times yesterday. Celestino with 2 outs.
And the first pitch is outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
This guy went to the Cal Ripken World Series in Maryland back in 2011 as a 12-year-old. He made all defensive team on the international division. Pretty cool. Signed with the Astros for $2.5 million. Was traded for Brian Presley back in 2019.
And that's it to right. Castellanos, that's going to fall down. So 2 runs are going to score. So the Twins now lead 6-2.
Celestino to a single, but it drives in 2, and it's 6-2 Minnesota.
Mm-mm-mm.
Really hurt.
Oh, yeah. They always do.
Yeah, that's a good point. Those walks really come back to bite you. That's a good point.
So now Brooks Lee, the shortstop.
And you get a throw over.
Kilgore. Working on Lee, a switch hitter.
And the first pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes to Brooks Lee. And that is fouled off. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He started this whole mess with a double and a left field line. 19 minutes ago. Long set.
That is high. 2-1.
Well, the length of this inning has nothing to do with the pitch timer. It's everything to do with command.
And that's popped up in the foul territory. Haley will make the catch, and that's going to put the end of the top of the 5th to rest. So Marconi pretty much couldn't do much, and Kilgore not much either to really work with. So now Phillies now have to play from behind, down 4, going into the bottom of the 5th. All righty. Yo, what's good, Steve? What's good? Got some little bit of early game highlights. There's some Trey Turner with his first RBI of the spring. So now we get to the top of the order of the Phillies lineup with Turner, Schwarber, and JT Realmuto.
His final bat of the day. And he's got a new pitcher to face, Austin Schulfer.
And Schulfer in there with the first pitch strike to Trey Turner.
Before games in the minors last year for Austin Schulfer.
And Trey to deep to center. And that was going to be called for. It's being played at the Baycare Ballpark down in Clearwater. All right.
Holland is in left now. He and Celestino both wear number 21.
And that is no balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarber takes the strike.
That's in there, strike 2.
He's not impressed
with that strike call. Schulfer.
Outside, 1-2.
Schulfer from the University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
And it's inside, 2-2.
Another big arm. 97. Counts even 2-2 on Schwarber, who has a couple of strikeouts today.
That's low, 3-2.
And so the count is full.
That's in there, strike 3. Jesus Christ. And here comes Kate.
The game ended yesterday. The hitter, Cal Conley of the Braves, one against Boston that was called, ended the game on the auto strike. One of the reasons he wasn't looking at the pitcher is because the catcher was standing up. The catcher was standing up.
That counts no balls and straight to JT.
Whether he was kind of deking the hitter or not, might have been. JT will shoot this one.
And that's going to be another base hit for JT. So that's going to be a 2-out single.
Have they given you any rules as a catcher when you have to be in the box? Because one thing I read that said the catcher has to be in his position with 9 seconds left. Correct. But he can be doing whatever he wants at that time, as long as he's in the box. The quote was he could be standing on his head, but as long as he's there, he's okay. Wilson will come run for JT. His day is done. And Castellanos the batter. But JT said, I actually haven't gotten any direction on that yet.
Guess he hasn't gotten out of the box yet then.
And that'd be no balls, 1 strike to Nick Castellanos.
Flashing defensive signs or whatever. Now they all know, having seen the ending of that game yesterday, that doesn't matter. You better still have your eyes on the pitcher.
Well, we had 2 minor leaguers gave up 6. Brian McCarty with 4 on the grand slam. That's swing and a miss, strike 2.
Castellanos 0 for 1 with a walk. Two.
And the 0-2 pitch is outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Like I said, Brian Marconi, I think that dude needs to stay down at the minors for a lot longer. I really hate to say it because this dude just could not throw a strike to save his life. Only 3 walks, gave up a grand slam. And Castellanos to deep right center. And that is gone. Castellanos with a 2-run shot. There it is. All right, it's a 2-run game. So Nick Castellanos goes deep. And swing and a miss, strike 1 from Bryson Stott.
Behind this baseball, gets his bat centered over his head, gets his foot down. To it and through it, good high finish.
And that is 1 ball, 1 strike.
Strike as he lays off the changeup. Schulfer. This one ripped.
And that's going to be caught, man. So that's going to be end of the 5th, bottom of the 5th, I should say. So top 6 we go. Now it's a 2-run game. Alrighty. Alrighty. Yeah, I saw that I know the Mavs going to be on in, I guess, right now by the looks of it, by the according to the time. Oh. All right, so not too shabby so far, but just all right. But Trey Turner having himself an afternoon to start off his Phillies career.
Steals it back, drives in a run, scores a run. There's a lot of Trey Turner things here this afternoon. Trey Turner joining us. Phillies back on Trey. How'd that feel to get that number 1 out of the way? It felt good. Just being in the box and feeling like a regular game felt good. And the hits will come and go, obviously, but just being happy.
All right.
So much to this. I mean, a whirlwind off season for you, signing the deal, finding a new house, making your way to Florida, all these things. This the time where you can kind of settle in and relax and kind of get.
But I will say this too: the one guy that I think actually did look pretty solid in terms of the pitching staff, probably for me, is McKinley Moore. I actually really like what this guy is going to bring. So now we got Lehman to come in to pitch for the Fighting Phils.
We know about the contract, Trey, but it's got to be kind of reassuring. Take some pressure off you, knowing you have all these other.
So another lefty for the Fighting Phils. And the first pitch, swings and misses at 94 for strike 1.
I think we have all those things, but it's not any one guy that we're going to rely on. It's going to take probably 40, 50 guys throughout a season, and you see that each and every year with the team that wins. You obviously have some history with some of the players.
That's there's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And that's chopped foul. Good breaking ball.
All the good teams I've been on, you hang out off the field, you have fun together in the dugout and the clubhouse and whatnot, and you have jokes, and that's how you come together in a long season and go through losses or playoff series when it's not always easy. I think it's nice to have that, so I'm big on that.
And the 0-2 pitch. That is fouled off, still holding no balls, 2 strikes.
From a defensive standpoint, I was watching you and Bryson yesterday on the half field with Bobby Dickerson and how much he stresses defense. Anything that he in particular he wants you to do?
No, he's just on my butt, man. He is all over me, and I think it's a good thing. I welcome that. Talking back and forth, like I said.
That's low, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'll let him have it when he messes up as well. But that's part of that good relationship you build, and you can see that how good Stott's been out there and learn talking to him a little bit. I've learned a little bit of things. She's always trying to add tools to do well. So those 2 guys have been fun to work with, and it's gonna be a long year together. And I think
That's now even 2-2.
do everything we can to make as many places we can. Bryson Stott, and obviously we got a chance to know him a little bit last year as a good young player. What have your impressions been of your new double play partner? He's smart. For me.
And the 3-2 pitch. That's in there. Cold strike 3. Good pitch by Lehman. And now here comes Ryan Lamar coming up for the Minnesota Twins. And the first pitch, bit high. 1 ball, no strikes.
History with you playing for the Nats. A lot of history of you playing at Citizens Bank Park. What's the one thing you're really looking forward to playing there 81 games a year?
I don't know, man. I think just the atmosphere. I mean, I enjoy hitting there. It's obviously a good hitter's park.
And the 1-0 pitch from Lehman is in there for strike 1 on a nice breaking ball to even the count.
Those two guys are tough to face. So not facing the pitching staff is definitely a plus for me. But just hitting in that park and I think
The 1-1 pitch swings and misses. Strike 2. Almost a fastball down on the dirt. Look like a changeup the way how that came out, but the 93-mile-an-hour 4-seam fastball right in the dirt. And the 1-2 pitch that is hit to shallow to deep, medium deep right. That was called for out number 1, or actually not out number 2.
In the playoffs, I jammed my finger on my right hand to do a slide back into first base. So I think now just where 2 of them is, you don't think about it, but it's not fun for me. Yeah, you with a double oven, man, you almost look like you could direct
2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Still a 2-run game, so it's been very close. And the first pitch that is lined into right. That's going to be dropping for a base hit.
When you got to tie your shoe, what do you do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to put my hands. I feel like we're Will Ferrell and what is it, Step Brothers or whatever.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment.
Well, Trey, we appreciate your time. Thanks for chatting with us. I know we'll talk to you again.
That's high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Thanks, Trey. Appreciate you. Trey Turner, Phillies shortstop, having a good day today. Done for the day. All in the day's work, right? That's it. All in the day's work. 2 down here, Chris Williams, the batter. It's Taylor Lehman.
And that is low.
Double oven. Seriously, I mean, you could just roll out to the tarmac. That's it. Back out of plane.
And that's popped up. The shallow left center. And that'll be caught for out number 3. So, despite the leadoff, that single, top 6 concludes still 6-4 going into the bottom of the 6th. Alrighty. Shout out to everybody that's been in the chat, though, man. It's been kind of fun. Now, I got to. So now I got to fix the lineup cards for both. So nope. Miranda. Nope. ISOLA. Castro. So that was actually Williams.
Pennsylvania Lottery. Pennsylvanians are scratching their way to fun thanks to PA Lottery scratch-offs. Players
Castro.
18 or older, please play responsibly.
All right, to the start of the bottom of the 6th.
6-4, Phillies down. Good day to be on the beach today, cooling off the water.
So
And new pitcher for the Twins coming in here, Trevor Miguel.
So we got Trevor McGill coming in for the Minnesota Twins.
Is he 6'12"?
So 39 games.
Clemens will lead it off for the Phillies. I don't think so.
Yeah, Cody Clemens to lead it off. Let's see.
Clemens acquired in the offseason from the Tigers.
First pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Up high, listed then at 6'8", 250.
And Clemens fouls it back. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
In the offseason, the deal that sent Matt Beerling and Nick Maton
Oh, damn, cannot spell today.
along with Gregory Soto toward left-hander.
The count's now 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm anxious to see him pitch. Soto.
That is high. 2-1.
I just think it's cool that of all the left-handed pitchers that threw last year, a pitch of 100 miles an hour or more, 98% of them were from either Alvarado or Soto.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. What is that?
And the 2-1 pitch.
Clemens
Clemens to deep right field. Gone. Cody Clemens with his first spring home run in a Phillies uniform. So now we're down back to 1.
Short, compact swing.
May not be the prettiest guy on paper, but be a very nice bench piece.
What's the swing?
Just easy, short, compact to the baseball, and goodbye.
Zone. That's the only way you're going to hit that high fastball.
Ramos Garcia, the catcher.
And Garcia,
He takes the ball. I don't know the count. Clemens, who hit 5 homers at the big league level last year.
and counts 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. That is in there for strike 1.
Garcia trying to gear up for that 99-mile-an-hour fastball. He throws that slider at you. McGill evens the count.
That is high. 2-1.
Took a little something off.
Yeah.
Not that hitting a baseball is ever easy, or will it ever be easy? But do you think that you look at these athletes,
And the 2-1 pitch. That swung out a miss for strike 2. Even though that should have been ball 3, but that's besides the point.
with a 83 to 85 mile an hour slider, do you think that helps a little bit with getting more comfortable because of, all the pitches seem to be more alike? Because it's, again, right? Never going to be.
And the 2-2 pitch.
Sure, but
That is in the dirt. 3-2.
seeing this velocity,
Yeah, I'd say
I think it helps a little.
baseball departments, coaches, they've become better and more adept, right, at coming up with drills and techniques for, gearing up a guy's swing to hit that kind of velocity.
Right. Because, and I had this discussion with Paul Konerko a few years ago.
So now it counts 3 balls, 2 strikes to Garcia. And the pitch. That is high, ball 4.
96 and 98 mile an hour fastball, you got no chance anymore. You got no chance because everyone throws that hard. And if you can't catch up to it, you're just not going to stay in the big leagues.
Yeah, it gets exposed pretty quick, the guys who can and the guys who cannot.
So we got Will Toffey coming up for the Fighting Phils.
He had Lehigh last year.
And the first pitch is high, 1 ball, no strikes.
Breaking ball from McGill. McGill, 39 appearances last year for the Twins. They picked him up from the White Sox.
And that's fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike.
With youngsters, if I'm doing a catching drill with somebody and I'll put the pitching machine on a certain speed and we'll go the full 60 feet, Sorry, move that plate up 5 feet. Keep it at the same speed. The first couple, they're a little hesitant. All of a sudden, they're just nice and soft. I moved up 10 more feet or 5 more feet. And then they're the first couple, they're kind of stabbing. All of a sudden, they get.
And the 1-1 pitch. That's foul. It's lined into left to left field for a base hit. So back-to-back base hit. So now we got runners on first and second for the Fighting Phillies here in the bottom of the 6th because we got something cooking.
Substitutions in for the Phillies when we were talking to Trey Turner, so we'll just because I know there's so many of you with a scorecard at home.
So now we got Pedro Martinez.
Yesterday, I finally got Larry to throw his away. Really, in the 7th inning.
And the first pitch is in there. 1 ball or no balls on the strike.
Between all of the changes, substitutions and whatnot, and the speed of the game, the new speed of the game, he just wasn't able.
And in the 0-1 pitch, that gets by the catcher, and both runners will advance into scoring position. So they always got something cooking here in the bottom of the 6th.
What else was he doing that he couldn't keep the score? Larry being Larry.
He's trying to keep the score. He's just trying to write one guy down, and then things are happening on the field while he's writing. I asked him how many of those scorecards he still has. I mean, he and I have been doing it for 18 years.
And the 1-1 pitch, that is fouled off a hanging breaking ball. Now it's counting 1 ball, 2 strike.
Crumple it up, throw it in the trash, because that's what's going to happen when we walk out of here.
Yeah, but he and I have the same sickness when it comes to the scorecard.
You guys both. Your penmanship and all that.
Yeah.
Infield playing in.
That's swing and a miss, strike 3. At 98 up in the zone. Oof, that's one way to do it. Low up by, up in the zone, never fails. Well, unless if someone is a high fastball hitter, but that's a whole different situation in its entirety.
Did look like he was working up a sweat there, grinding away down the hall.
And that is low. 1 ball, no strikes. To Rincones.
Really relaxed. He did. Oh, let's
try to get that tag, run home, or maybe one better.
That's inside 2-0.
Ball 2.
Murph's always cool, calm, and collected. You know what I mean?
You think?
And the 2-0 pitch. Swings and misses at 97, right up in the zone. 2 balls and a strike.
Just shorten up here, see if we can pepper ball back up the middle.
That is high, 3-1.
This might be a spot there. Seasons past, you see that shortstop against a left-handed hitter. Shortstop might even play right in front of the bag, maybe slightly over the right side of the bag. Obviously depends on the hitter and the pitcher.
That is ball 4. Now the bases are now loaded for the Fighting Phils here in the bottom of the 6th. Yo, what's good, Lucas? What's good, my guy? Now it looks like we got some bullpen action for the Minnesota Twins here. I'm going to try to this year. So now we got a meeting on the mound.
You do have really nice penmanship there.
Thank you. Catholic school.
And what do you do with your scorecard when you're done? You just
Crumple it up and throw it away.
yeah.
So Norland June. So Seth Norland is now warming up in the pen for the Minnesota Twins, with the Twins holding a one-run lead
It's just what I do.
for the Fighting Phils.
It's very thorough.
See that fine penmanship.
It's very thorough. And it's just something I've always done. But even in school, growing up, my You know my 8th grade algebra teacher, I do not, from Melbourne, Coach Dostie, still has my
And the first pitch
composition book.
is in.
He said he'd never seen a book that was that neat. Everything was underlined and red, and it's just the way I kept things. Neat and tidy.
Yeah.
But yes, he still has that book. It's hard to believe.
And the 0-1 pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
This is high to Vito Freesia. Game yesterday. Did you do well in that class?
I did.
Not really. I'm actually like literally 5 minutes outside of Philadelphia. Literally, I can because every time I can go to the park, I can see Citizens Bank Park right because I'm right on the edge of the Delaware, so I can actually see it like from like right across the Delaware and from the port. And the 2-1 pitch is outside, 3-1. This is interesting. That is true. And 3-1 count, 1 out, and the pitch swings and misses, strike 2 at 96. That's one way to do it. So I'm not that far out. I actually live out in Gloucester, actually, so I'm on the edge of. I'm like literally like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes outside of Philadelphia. Did he go? No, he did not. And that ties the game up at 6.
Now it's tied up. That's right. Just a little ahead of myself. Last inning. It takes some discipline though by Freesia to lay off that 3-2 breaking ball.
Here's Ethan Wilson.
So now we got Ethan Wilson. Takes the first pitch high, 1 ball, no strikes.
Twins do have activity in the pen as the inning getting long for McGill. This will be his 30th pitch.
And the 1-0 pitch is low inside. Citizens Bank, I'm not that far out. I would say, like I said, about 5-10 minutes, depending on traffic and the toll bridge. Hey, helps us out. That's all I'll say. That's high. Ooh, high and inside. And we got a 3-0 pitch. And the kick. That's it. Takes it there for a strike 1 right down the middle.
32 pitches.
And high drive. Deep right field. See you later, baseball. And Ethan Wilson busts the game open 10-6. What is good, Dante? Especially for your left-handed hitter. Absolutely. Grand salami. And McGill, his day is done. Bam! Woo! 3-1 pitch right down. What's good? What is good? A 3-1 pitch right down the chute and into the I-90. Right to the highway we go. Goodness gracious. And it's got to fix my scorecard. I actually got the and stuff like that. So now it looks like we're going to have Whitley lead it off after this commercial break. Absolutely, Lucas. Good old Grand Salami. Never ceases to amaze me. So it's a 10-6 ball game. So far up to this point. Ethan Wilson. I actually like that. Now we're up 4. You love to see it. You really do love to see it. So now we put up 6, and the still was 10 runs, 9 hits for the Phillies, 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Twins. So Gilberto.
Just saw the grand slam by Ethan Wilson. Tough time keeping it in the park today. Garrett Whitley facing Seth Nordland.
So Seth Nordland comes in to replace Tyler McGill after giving up the grand slam. And the count's on no balls, 2 strikes to Whitley.
Twins have walked 3 batters, all have come home to score.
And the 0-2 pitch swings and misses, strike 3. Good breaking ball.
Whitley down on strikes. Nordland was in the Rangers system last year. Last year they pitched at both AA and AAA. 32 appearances mostly in relief. How you lead is the hitter now.
So now we get Lee now coming in and takes the first pitch straight. So 88 games for the minor leagues, 290 average, 10 homers, 58 RBIs. And the 0-1 pitch. That is line. Oh, what a hop. And Schmidt managed to stay in front, and that'll be out number 3. However, the Phillies do put damage on the board with a grand slam. Top 7 we go. It's a 10-6 game. Like Ethan Wilson, of all people. Now the scoring. Let me actually fix this really quick. All right. 10-6 game. Been kind of fun. QR. Just try to. Oh, it's L. L. S. RSEY. Boom. 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 Juniors Lee, the shortstop, with the Yake. And I'm just kind of. And it looks like we got a pitching change. So it looks like it's going to be Leverett for the Fighting Phils. LVERETT. God damn it. Boom, boom. RETT. ERE. Get us some comments here. Shout out to everybody that's been coming in today's game. So top of the 7th we go.
Top of the 7th, joined once again by Rob Thompson.
Yeah, it's a little bit slower. There's a lot of walks in this game, but you know, at least the pitch clock has sped it up a little bit. So it would have been even longer. There you are, looking at the bright side. Looking at some of these youngsters really swing the bats well early in spring training, getting good pitches and doing a lot of damage. Yeah.
And the first pitch. Hit to straightaway center. And then what a catch by Whitley. There we go. So one pitch, one out to start the top of the seventh. Mm-mm. And that's low. 1 ball, no strikes.
For you to see these minor leaguers get to come over, maybe it's just for the day, but to not only play, but maybe come up with a big performance, always brings a smile to your face. Yeah, it sure does.
Isola will take that inside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Kind of fired up to come over here, and when you see them do well, it makes me feel good because I know it makes them feel good. And we get to get a look at them, and that's the one good thing I guess about the WBC is that we get to see more of these kids play.
So now counts now 2 balls, no strikes. And that is fouled into the mitt. Strike 1.
Such an high on base guy and really hit. He can hit for power. He can do so many things. And you saw the stolen base he had. It was uncontested just because he can read pitchers and he gets good jumps.
And the 2-1 pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. It counts out even 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, Turner, obviously you've said before that as long as he's on base, he's going to be your guy at the top of the lineup. Yeah, and me, I don't really like messing around with the lineup very much because I like guys to.
That is fouled at all. Still holding 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Who's hitting behind him, who's hitting in front of him. I like to roll out a pretty consistent lineup on a daily basis, and I know the players like that too. How much does it change? I mean, I know you're a guy also doesn't like to stack lefties next together, maybe too many righties in a row. I mean, you have a lineup here for the beginning part of the season, and then a pretty big part of that lineup will have to change.
And the 2-2 pitch. That is low into the dirt, 3-2.
We can look at what kind of bullpens we're facing and what type of how many lefties they got down there and how effective they are. And there are times when last year we faced one of the clubs that didn't even have a lefty in the bullpen, so it didn't matter whether you had to separate Schwarber and Hart. So you just have to take a look at it.
And here comes the 3-2 pitch. That's inside, ball 4. Something you do not want to see. But, I mean, we can deal with the double play. Now back in the 5th, with Castellanos going with his typical swing path. And the first pitch is in there for strike 1 at 94. So no balls in the strike to Holland, to Will Holland. So far in Cedar Rapids in single A, 225 average, 6 homers, 35 RBIs. And Leverett with a quick throw over.
Showed a different side of his personality, I think, just how much fun he can be and how much he likes playing the game last October when, point of fact, most of the season, it seemed like a real struggle for him mentally as much as
the count's even 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I just think he was frustrated during the season and he had a lot of it just kind of snowballed on him, but I think what he felt once the playoffs started was he got a new start. It's kind of a different year, and he had a lot of fun with it.
And a quick throw. Easy. That's going to be out number 2. Talk about getting caught stealing by Isola. And Garcia with a nice cannon. to get him out at second base.
Ball thrown around pretty well, and Castellanos makes a great play in the outfield with a good throw to second base on a wall ball, and you just gotta play consistent baseball.
And the 1-2 pitch. That is a bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
One of the backfield yesterday watched Andrew Painter pitch, and he finished his routine and threw a couple of pitch outs.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a pitch out in I can't tell you how long. Is that something you plan on implementing maybe from time to time?
Well, we don't really know, so we're preparing for it in case because of the pitch clock and the disengagements.
And that's going to be a base hit for Will Holland.
It may be kind of another
Okay.
as part of strategy.
Not going to be too worried about it.
Just in case. Do you know Topper yet? I know you probably do. Are you ready to say what the pitching plan is this week? I know a lot of people are looking forward to maybe when that first game for Andrew Painter might be. Yeah, I think it's going to be Nola tomorrow, and then Wheeler, and then I think Andrew's going to pitch the first game on our Fort Myers trip against Minnesota. Exciting. Yeah.
And that's good. And that is Rosario taking the first pitch for a strike.
That guy go out there. This is a 19-year-old kid that's very mature. Everybody knows this stuff.
So Kalai Rosario.
See how he reacts to a different atmosphere.
And here comes the 0-1 pitch. That is low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Shortstop, second base area.
Oh, just pounding the zone. And that's what's kind of the incredible thing about Andrew is that he's got such good stuff, but he commands all 4 of his pitches. And he just comes after people and he's not afraid of anybody. And he just, powers the ball through the zone.
And that is in there. Strike 2. Man, nice 83-mile-an-hour slide. We got some good pitching prospects
Yeah, no doubt.
in this organization. So now some are good, some bad. They could use just need to stay down for as long to get better. But look, I think Leverett, there's some things he's got to fix up a little bit. But I really do like what I see so far up to this point in terms of our pitching staff. And
He's got time on the clock, and now we'll finally throw over to first.
and get another throw over.
That we'll see pitchers that are generally able to get up on the hill. They can disrupt the running game and the hitter by doing a long hold. Yeah, no doubt, especially after the hitter calls timeout. Bellotti did a nice job today, and that's one of the objectives we had going into.
And this is one, and that is in there. Cold strike 3. So the top of the 7th comes to a close. So Leverett, nice pitching from Leverett. Look, scattered the 1 hit though, but get the caught stealing. Either way, still not a bad day's work. So now we go into the bottom of the 7th. The Phillies now holding 10-6. Shout out to the 9 total people that's in here, though. Welcome, everybody. It's been kind of fun. Like I said, so far up to this point, we're what the hell? Just barely, just slightly over 2.5 hours in. So it's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting to say the least. So with all right, looks like we're back from commercial.
Return for the 2023 season. Bring your appetite for 3 Hatfield Philly Strikes Dollar Dog Nights.
Yeah, Dollar Dog Nights against the Miami. One against Miami, against Toronto, and April 25th against Seattle. It's going to be interesting.
So secure your seats today at Phillies.com. Cody Clemens will lead off. And it'll be Cody Lawyerson on the mound for the Twins. Phillies up 10-6.
That swung and a miss by Cody Clemens. Strike one.
His last time up. His power on display here today.
That's fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes.
Gets on top of this high fastball and just pounds it out to right center. Good looking swing there.
And that is a deep fly ball. And that's going to go into the seats. Still no ball, 2 strikes.
You know, Clemens was a big part of why that trade with Detroit eventually happened. I mean, they really wanted him back. I mean, there's so much talk about Soto and what he brings to the bullpen, and obviously so, but
The count's now still holding no balls, 2 strikes.
it's more than just depth for the organization.
That is swinging him a strike 3.
Comes up empty on that fastball. They'll bring up Garcia with 1 out.
So now we got Garcia now coming up.
You know, we had Topper on that last half inning, but what a catch and throw there by Garcia to second base. That was, the exchange was perfect. Obviously, the throw.
The first pitch is in there for strike 1 on the first pitch breaking ball.
Second base.
That is in there, strike 2.
Garcia falls behind in the count, 0-2 against Lawyerson, who stood 2 levels in the Twins organization last
And
year.
the 0-2 pitch. Inside 1-2 on a 94-mile-an-hour sinker.
You've been there.
I have.
And the 1-2 pitch. That is high, 2-2. Counts now even to Garcia, who actually had a really nice catch and throw to end the top half of the set of the 7th. And that is outside low 3-2.
Colonels with a K. Like popcorn kernels? It's a little vile.
And the 3-2 pitch. Swings and misses, strike 3.
This guy's got some sneaky 92, huh?
Back-to-back strikeouts.
Mm.
They are still Cedar Rapids Colonels. I mean, why mess with success?
I hear you. You're in the corn belt. I'll go with it.
And the first pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes to Will Toffee. He is 1 for 1 today as well. And also was part of the 4 runs scored in the swings. Oh, man, took a huge head of that changeup and completely misses for strike 1 to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch. That is in the inside corner, strike 2. And we get the timeout called here by Toffee.
Chance this guy will get called for delay of game.
Yeah. I don't think we call it that.
No.
And the 1-2 pitch. That is fouled back. Still holds 1 ball, 2 strikes on Will Toffee.
I got it twice yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Tom always makes fun of me when I jump.
At least it proves you're paying attention, not messing with that scorecard, right?
Larry's still trying
And
to
that's
make games
strike
over
3 called. That is 3 strikeouts. Strikes out the side to end the 7th. Top of the 8th we go. Phillies still hold 10-6. Looks like we're getting another lefty coming into the to start the top of the 8th. All righty. Whew. Boy. Oh boy. All right, let's see. All right, we are back from commercial break. Oh God. God, 9 fucking inches. Holy crap. His day is done actually, because usually I think he went like in a couple innings. Because usually spring training you don't want to see anybody get hurt. So it looks like his day was done. Looked pretty well actually. I think he looked pretty solid. So we got Tristan Garnett now coming in.
Ben, I know you wanted to see another lefty. Yes, the Phil system, another big one at that. Tristan Garnett.
And the first pitch, and that's in there for strike one.
Rucker takes a called strike.
Yeah, Jake Rucker,
10-6 Phillies.
and that's fouled off at 93. No balls, 2 strikes.
Saw a little bit of wildness there in the 5th inning. Phillies and Brian Marconi pitched pretty well.
And the 0-2 pitch, lined up in the middle for that's going to be a base hit.
Bring up Alex Isola.
So Alex Isola now comes up.
Is one of 2 number 1s on the roster. They have 2 number 1s, 2 number 12s, and 2 number 21s in uniform today with the Twins. Makes sense. Spring training. But they're short on 2s and 1s.
And that skipped in the dirt. Good block by Garcia just to keep that in front.
What was it a couple of years ago when we signed Harper? What was they ran out of H's? Is that what it was? R's, I believe. It was R's? Yeah. They may have. A R was one of them. I know that.
And that is high, 2-0.
I had to get a jersey made for Loretta, and we had to wait because it didn't have the right R. We were like, no, let's make it with they had the other R's, but they weren't exactly the same. So she has one jersey that has her name on it, but the R is different.
That is outside 3-0.
But noticeable enough. Yeah, absolutely. Never bothered her. Like she didn't care. She didn't care. Just wanted the jersey. But this way, we thought, this way we'll always know that was the year they signed Harper, and they ran out of R's.
That is it in there. I see 3-0 pitch. Now it's 3-1.
They're fully stocked on R's now. Are you going to make a pirate joke, are you? No, not at all. I think they're playing the Pirates tomorrow.
3-1, and that is ball 4.
And Isola draws the walk. You know me too well. Yeah.
Okay, so we got runners on first and second. Nobody out.
Deshaun Kearsey. Back for the first time in this one.
It's Deshaun Kearsey.
AA Wichita last year.
And that is on the outside corner. Misses outside. Ball 1.
We'll go back to Rob Thompson and some of the thoughts he was sharing with us just from pitching standpoint.
And the 1-0 pitch that is in there for strike 1. No ball or 1 ball, 1 strike on Deshaun Kearsey.
A lot of people will be interested in seeing that. You can make the drive down to Fort Myers. could.
And the 1-1 pitch. That is fouled off.
You know, with
1
the
ball, 2 strikes.
first-timer, you have a chance that the drive is longer than the game.
Seriously.
Which used to not be the case.
Especially, what is that, 75?
Yeah.
State 75?
You've never done that.
I have.
Oh, have you?
I went down, well, yes, I have.
That is fouled off. Still holding 1 ball, 2 strikes. And of course, they had a Wilhelm screen audio playing. Jeez.
Broadcast will be on Tuesday for you when Zach Wheeler makes his spring debut.
And I will not be available. That hits a whole man. And change up gets him square in the looks like in the lat area.
Loaded once again. We've already seen 2 grand slams today, one for each club. You know, Wheeler, kind of cool that he went to the Phillies and said, "Hey, why don't you put Andrew Painter over on our side with the locker? We'll, be near him and talk to him and, kind of show him the ropes." And I think that's, a lot of times there's that, the high number guys are on the other side of the room, right? You're kind of out of the fray, as it were, but not the case with Painter.
That's in there for strike 1. First pitch changeup to Yake.
Part of the game where it's changed dramatically. The rookies that either get called up or spring trained for the first time, they're not treated as, for lack of a better term.
And the 0-1 pitch. That is a bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I remember when I was a rookie, my first week of camp, I don't remember opening my mouth unless someone said something to me. It's just what was expected of you.
A little more real estate to be had in that dugout right now.
Yeah.
And then 1-1 pitch. Swings and misses. Strike 2.
My first time I get to the big leagues, and again, better to be seen than heard. Ken came up and talked to me in the outfield, and I just thought, why is he coming out here? What did I do? What did I do wrong? And he came out. He said, "Hey man, how's it going? You doing okay?"
Swings and misses. Strike 3.
So much better, and part of the team.
Ernie Yake down on strikes. That's the first out of the inning. We'll bring up the catcher Chris Williams here against Garnett. Garnett, who is originally from Portland, Oregon.
And that is a bit low. 1 ball, no strikes to.
This is low with that one.
And that is William. So Williams. That's high. 2-0.
Falls behind again, 2-0. Last year, Garnett pitched at 3 different levels in the Phillies minor leagues. It was just his second year.
And the 2-0 pitch. That's a bit high. 3-0.
This is high again. Take a little walk.
You see he's got a good arm, just struggling with command a little bit. Might be a little amped up out there.
And here comes the 3-0 pitch. That is in there on the outside corner. Strike 1.
Generally, guys in the zone. 6 walks and 35 innings to go alongside 49 strikeouts. That's a tremendous strikeout to walk ratio. 3 balls and a strike.
And the 3-1 pitch. That is outside. Ball 4.
That'll force in a run.
That forces in a run.
A lot of freebies handed out today by both sides. These pitchers have walked 4.
Now we got Perez now coming up.
Mikey Perez.
Now Mikey Perez.
2
Let
number
me just
12.
go. That's low. 1 ball, no strikes. Jeez, can anybody throw a fucking strike today? Yeah. Sheesh.
No place to put him. It's the 8th walk
And that's popped foul. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yes, indeed.
Count even, ball on a strike.
And that's in there. Strike 2.
Takes a strike.
On an 82-mile-an-hour changeup.
Off speed there, and he gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I know we're just 2 games in, you and I watching this, but didn't you think that the middle infielders would be more extreme with the lack of...
That's strike 3 called. And that's 2 outs here. Here in the top of the 8th.
Like, with the shift, everything was so drastic. You know, you had 3 guys on one side, but you figured, like, with the ready up, that shortstop would be shaded more towards the third baseman. But don't you think second baseman would be closer to the second base bag?
Sure. But don't you think we're going to see more of that as we get
Mm-hmm.
not just later in the spring, but as you get into the regular season? Analytics departments have more information, and they'll be able
And
to
that's going to do it for Garnett.
No, but a lot of
His day is done.
They necessarily know. More straight up. We have the same kind of profile on guys like that. Well, that'll do it for Tristan Garnett. So we'll step aside from here at Clearwater. Phillies trying to get out of this jam here in the 8th. Still with a 10-7 lead.
So it looks like who are we getting? Because I have no idea because I didn't really announce this dude's name. A shout out to the 12 total people that is in here, though. Welcome, everybody. All right. Oh, God, my eye itches. Fuck. All right. So Braden Sarvinci. Oh, good Lord. S-A-Z-A Harbinsky. So we got Braden Sarbinsky coming in for Tristan Garnett. Not really done too much to say. Jeez, Marconi, man, just stunk it up.
Tough go for Tristan Garnett, but it's an encouraging word, no doubt, from Rob Thompson.
That speaks volumes of the kind of person and manager Rob Thompson is. He didn't have to
Player first, man.
You know, he struggled a little bit, but just reassuring, hey, first outing, you're fine. Shook his hand a couple times. That's great to see. Great to see.
Kyle Schmidt, the DH, will bat now against the new pitcher for the Phillies, Braden Zarbiski.
And the first pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes.
He said earlier this week, he said, hey, I tell all the other players,
Okay.
what you do in the games right now is not going to affect how we think about you.
Now we got Schmidt.
He said, right now, just get out there, get your feet under you, get
And
some
that's
experience.
low 2-0.
I'm going to be catching some rays and catching a nap the first 5 innings. So don't worry about me. I won't be looking at you.
Counts out 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. That's right there at the knees for strike 1. To Schmidt. And you got Holland now waiting on deck. That is swinging and a miss. Strike 2.
Somewhat tongue-in-cheek as Rob is. He's cataloging everything. He's always engaged.
And the 2-2 pitch has popped up. Shallow center field. And that's going to be called for out number 3. So, Phillies get out of another jam. And To the bottom 8th we go. All righty. Doot, 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 doot. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. But shout out to the 13 total people that is in here, though. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate the support coming in for spring training. Like I said, been a while. Like I said, it's been a while since kind of miss doing these. Kind of meet new people coming in at the same time. Oh, damn. Alrighty. We'll see. All right. Of course, now with a quick commercial break. All right, we are going to come right back as well. And of course, we get the Sixers and Heat tomorrow. Yeah, not. To be honest, I do not care. So St. John now comes in.
And we've been talking so much about the short time of games. Yesterday, the Phillies had the shortest game in baseball at 2 hours and 15 minutes, the one they played in Lakeland against the Tigers. I'm not sure many are getting to this range, at least in the first couple of days of spring training. Yeah, I'll have to look up, but what is the longest time of games so far in these new rules?
And the first pitch. Oh, man. Bit inside. Almost hits him for ball 1.
Oh, look, a lefty. Yep, another lefty.
We got Pedro Mark
In on 3 hours.
chopped on the ground. Up to second. Easy play for over to first for out number 1.
One away.
And that was Perez with a nice play at second base.
Games on the schedule, 2 of them went 3:06. We could be in some record
So now we got Rincones to lead it off here. Was walked back in the 6th and also was a run also with a run scored. And takes the first pitch low for ball 1.
Wouldn't you like to be able to say that you
And the 1-0 pitch. That is outside. 2-0.
longest game of this time? I'm sure. I mean, the Phillies, I've already got some of the previous rule longest game that I've been part of. There was the one, like the longest nationally.
And the 2-0 pitch.
Time, the one against
Oh, man.
I watched
That's a loud foul ball.
I think Johnny had that game. And I was in my kitchen, and Meg goes, "Why are you still watching this?" And I said, "Why wouldn't I?" She goes, "Look at the score." I go, "I don't care."
That's high. 3-1.
3 years ago.
Yeah, then I think they flirted with that same record again. And came up maybe just short. Or
That is low, ball 4. So Rincones draws a walk. So it'll be the first base runner for the Phillies here to start off the bottom of the 8th.
and on for Vito Fischer.
Now we got Vito Freeshin now coming up.
As far as we can tell,
He was another walk. And also has an RBA back in the 6th and also a run scored as well. And the first pitch is high, 1 ball, no strikes.
Figured it was him.
And the 1-0 pitch, that is swung and a miss for strike 1 on a 75-mile-an-hour slider.
Is there any particular reason? Came all this way.
And that is low, ball 2. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Or, sorry, 2 balls and a strike, I should say. My apologies.
St. John appeared in 1 game last year in the majors.
And the 2-1 pitch, kicks and deals. That is low in the dirt, 3-1.
Made his debut with the Rangers back in 2019.
Oh.
July 6th, 2018.
And the 3-1 pitch,
That game against the
that is fouled off. Now it's the full count, now runs full on Vito Freesia. Man, we got a shortage of, don't have no shortage of lefties in the bullpen. And the 3-2 pitch, that is swung and a miss, strike 3. That is first strikeout for St. John. That is 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. And now we got Ethan Wilson now showing the Toyota turning point with that grand slam back in the 6th. And the first pitch, oh, fouls that back for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. And that is low, ball 2. Or ball 1, I should say. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ethan Wilson. And the 1-1 pitch, that is in there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Estimated distance 397. Now that cleared the walkway. No, it did. Yeah, and so we were talking earlier about put a dot on the map for Schwarber's 480. So,
And that is swung and a miss, strike 3. And that concludes the bottom of the 8th. Top 9 we go. We're here at the finish. Top of the 9th we go. Boom, 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 boom. Shout out to the 10 total people that's still sticking with me here. Appreciate everyone coming in. If you guys are new, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share out the content. Every little bit helps. And appreciate everyone who's actually stuck around. Alrighty. All right, top of the 9th we go. Oh boy.
Toyota, let's go places. Buy the Xfinity 10G network. The future starts now. by Citizens, official bank of the Phillies. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at ibx.com. Left-hander Erubio Armenta will be the 11th pitcher used by the Phillies today. How about that entrance? Gets you geared up? It's not exactly Todd Coffey sprinting in from the bullpen. No. You know, full speed ahead, Jared Hughes, something like that. But he is the 11th pitcher used by the Phillies.
So we got Ari Menta now coming in.
Armenta, 22-year-old from Tijuana, Mexico.
And that's in there for strike one at the knees.
Prospect. And a lefty. And a lefty.
And the 0-1 pitch.
As you like to say,
That is in a little bit high. One ball, one strike.
the batter is Will Holland. What number is he, Scott? Number 21? Will Holland, yeah. No, but he's only one of the. There are only two 21s.
And that is fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I believe that in my time I have seen 3 of the same number in the same game. I mean, the Twins at least did us the service of putting their names on the backs of the jerseys, right? They just give another strike. They just, once the clock wound up again, right?
And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ari Menta kicks and deals. That's a bit low. 2-2.
Armenta last year at Jersey Shore. 360 ERA, his 40 relief appearances. 40.
And the 3-2 pitch. That's outside. 3-2.
And the key for Armenta is throwing strikes. And it sounds like a broken record, right? But it's been something that has eluded him at times. He can get wild.
That is popped up
Right side
to the right side in foul territory.
And he's not going to get it.
And I think he overran the foul ball.
Not a great feeling, right? No. If you're Will Toffee. Helpless. He says, I need some help, somebody. Not even remotely close to it.
Man, really over.
Kind of avoided that yesterday. Didn't really have any of those high sky pop-ups.
The 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4.
I'm not sure that the ball girl, she wasn't any help either. No. She wasn't directing traffic. She didn't have the oven mitts on. That was the 14th walk of the ball game. That young lady right there is.
And they got Rosario now coming up.
Today. Yeah, she was. The longest game of the pitch timer era.
That's chopped on the ground. Right back to the pit to Ari Menta. What? Oh! Overthrows the second baseman and goes to third.
Would be double play ball. Turns into first and third.
So first and third, nobody out.
Here in the ninth. You know when you decel your golf club and you blade one across the I do. That's exactly what
He just shanked it.
you decel your arm and you throw a scud. He gets to it fine, everything's good, but just watch, he just eases up. He just kind of massaged that ball to second base. Here's Jake Rucker.
And that's outside, ball 1.
He gets to it, but just watch, he just kind of tries to finesse it. Lob it over there.
And the 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0.
And say, how can you do that? If you're watching at home, how can you do that? Well, pitchers only know one speed. It's 100% max effort every time. And once you try to slow that down, you get out of that arm slot, you get out of your.
And that's outside, 3-0.
It is literally like this selling your golf swing. Everything comes unwound after that. Armenta trying not to come unwound here in the ninth inning. Down 3-0.
And the 3-0 pitch. That's in there at 92 to get back at the count. 3 balls and a strike.
3-1 pitch coming.
And the 3-1 pitch.
This one's lifted right.
To live to right.
Going in for it and making the catch. Time runner's coming home,
And that's going to be a sac fly. However, that's going to be at least 1 out.
It's the first out of the inning here in the ninth.
So 1 out here in the 9th.
We just got word that the Yankees in Toronto are going to vie for this record as well. Title. Yeah. We might hold it if we end the game right here, but it might be a short-lived record. Isola.
That's outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
I guess we started underway right on time at 109. So we're only at 304 right now. We don't even have the record yet. Very anxious to find out.
And that's fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sometimes not a lot of drama at the end of these spring games, right? No. But today you can cut it with a knife. The butter knife. 1-1 to count. And Armenta
Outside. 2-1.
missed again. So it's 2-1.
And the 2-1 pitch. That is popped up, and that is foul.
Get back even to count.
Counts to even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
There's 9 walks today from Phillies pitching to go along with 11 strikeouts recorded. It's all part of spring training. The good, the bad, the ugly. Double play gets him out of here.
That is bit in 3-2.
Armenta takes that front foot. He's pointing that toe back towards right field.
And the 3-2 pitch. That is chopped foul.
Perez is a countryman. Still pitching over there from what I gather. Yeah. He probably pitched till he's 50. He might be 50 actually by now. Look at that. Crazy.
And the 3-2 pitch. That is popped up
Here we go again.
behind the second base. Or
Lee going under it, and
he's going to make the catch for out number 2.
that's an adventure.
And Lee, man, almost had an issue.
And Deshaun Kersey.
So now we got Deshaun Kersey
Get here.
with now the tying run at the plate for the Minnesota Twins. And the first pitch is chopped on the ground to Lee. And that's going to do it. The Phillies win it by the final score 10-8 over the Minnesota Twins. Boy. So it's going to be that was kind of fun getting right back into the swing of things. No pun intended, I should say. Let me fix my computer. Goddamn. But regardless, Ethan Wilson is the player of the game with that grand slam to 6. But outside of that, I thought the Phillies actually look. I think that pretty much who they're going to be the day one starters actually look pretty good. Schwarber's got to figure out something. Just can't not be letting fastballs get by him. But then again, it's also day 3 of spring training, so there's going to be a lot of time to fix a lot of things. But with that being said, appreciate everyone who came in. If you guys are new, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next stream.